Welcome. Hey, Grant Gamers, how are you? Come on in, let's chat. Welcome. Excuse me. If you're not here live with us on TikTok, where you at? Come find us. We're Black Women in Grant, 67,000 strong, plus growing on the Black Women in Grant's TikTok page. Hey, y'all. Come in, say hello. Let's chat. I was just hanging out with y'all a few hours ago, but I'm back. I actually got some work done. And yeah. Excuse me. Come on in. Sitting here painting my nails is what's choking me up. And the fan is blowing it right back in my face while I'm trying to talk. Excuse me. Welcome. Come in, say hello. This is for Black women, for profit, small business owners. I got a few minutes to come in and hang with y'all, answer some questions about grants, play around a little bit, have a little fun. Y'all ready? My name is Dr. AJ Austin, creator of this page. Hello, Ashley Rankin. How are you? Ashley, send me your official start date. We need to get you going on your 30-day journey. So email me what date you actually want to get started, because I'm sitting here putting together some stuff so I can make sure you on the calendario for the next few days, okay? Deal? Y'all come on in, say hello. This is for Black women, for-profit, small business owners. Oh, you're on an airplane. Get there safely, girl. I'm sitting here watching the updates that's going on with the Bapurdas not being able to go nowhere. And I'm here in Atlanta, close to the airport, so I can hear. I don't know what side I'm on. I don't know where they be going when they fly over my house, but I've heard one airplane all day, and that's not like Atlanta. The plane leaves every 5 minutes, so I know some stuff going on with the Bapurdas and stuff today. So safe travels, hunty. Keep me posted. Glad you're able to hang out with us. Who else is here? Rep your business, rep your city. Where y'all at in the world? Say hey. Come in. Let's chat about grants real quick. Oh, that's good. Okay, because I was wondering about the people who was already up in the air before it started. I was like, what about landings? Are they okay? Hey, Heather Morrison, how are you? I rode through Columbia Drive the other day. I was like, I wonder who's still at Goodwill. Heather. Tamiko. I saw her not too long ago at a event for the mayors. Tamiko always got something going on. How are you? Good to see you. Heather's one of my first business coaches that let me drive her crazy asking questions in class about 20 years ago. Can you believe it's been that long, Heather? I'm still here, girl. Still here. Good to see you. Hello, what is this? That's Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea. Okay, Sweet Pea. I see how you spelling it. Thank you for saying that. You wouldn't have said that in 2007. You would have been like, golly, can they hurry up and graduate? Yes, I have been rocking it though. Lord, it's been a journey. Thank God I'm still here. Very thankful. She said that. See? Don't be nice because other people around. We know the truth. I hope you're doing well, girl. We are here to talk about grants for small business. I did a live earlier. Ashley, you missed it earlier. We was talking about you and everything. I forgot what we was talking about. I broke it down. It was good. So, if you're black, if you're a woman, if you're for profit, and you have a small business that you're seeking grants for, tell me about your business in the chat real quick. Let me talk to y'all who are here to get some grant assistance. My name is Dr. AJ Austin. I have won over $63,000 in grants recently. And as a collective, 300 of my mentees over at blackwomeningrants.com, we've won over $181,000 together in the last few months. Ashley Rankin is on here with us. She's one of our recent grant winners that was blessed as a $10,000 L'Oreal 2024 beauty inclusive grant or inclusive beauty. It don't matter. She just got $10,000 a couple days ago from L'Oreal. Right there. So we are celebrating successes and case studies and new people joining the mentorship every day. And so, yeah, I'm excited to be a part of the journey. So if you're here, you're Black, you're a woman, you're for-profit, you're seeking grants, you're based in the U.S., and you own at least 51% of your business, talk to me in the chat. Tell me what your business is that you could see yourself winning a grant for. Like, what business do you do that you could use a grant for, could see you winning a grant for, need a grant for, all that. Talk to me in the chat. Make it quick. I'm counting down to 6 o'clock, so I got like an hour. Then I got to travel across Atlanta in this heat that's going to change my attitude for the rest of the day. So I'm trying to hang out with y'all before I leave, but I will not be on here long. I love engagement. I know y'all are multitasking at work and driving and probably dealing with the IT system outage, which should mean you ain't got to work because your computer don't work. But I said all that because I don't want to be on here talking to myself. I do that off camera. So if I'm on here with you guys, that means I got a little bit of energy. As many of you know, I'm recovering from 2 blood transfusions, from severe anemia, fainted twice, overnight hospital stay, and 7 injections, and my doctor's still sending me for more blood work. So I said all that because I don't have a whole lot of energy to give. So when I'm here and I'm chatting and I'm asking questions, consider that. I do. Plus, I get paid to talk, to have conversations, especially when I'm teaching about grants. So when I'm on here for free, pouring into you and your business, asking you questions about grants, y'all better talk or I'm going to hang up. I promise I will hang up and go take a nap real quick. So anyway, I want to know what your business is. If you on here and you ain't talking, you stalking. I can see everybody on here. I can give you a shout out and watch how them numbers drop. Because I know scammers be on here. I know people stealing my information, trying to pass it off as they own be on here. All y'all ain't on here just listening and taking notes innocently. I know it. And you ain't saying nothing. So let me call you out in a minute. Thank you, Heather. So let me see. Thank you, Christy. Christy, what's your business? You said get better soon. Thank you, Heather. You said I have a few. Oh, the businesses. One idea have, am I the coach now? The turns have tabled. One business, one idea, one grant. I love it. Carolyn Mills, what's your business? Suska, you look like you ain't even supposed to be here. You just on here ear hustling. Let me know, girl, because you don't look like no Black woman. But, you know, y'all usually announce yourself. Is it okay if I'm here? I'm not Black. You ain't saying that, girl. Hey. Lady Sunrise, what's your business? Sweet Pea, where you at? Miss Marquita and Wanda. Look at them numbers dropping. Y'all been here. Miss Marquita said she is starting a self-defense keychain business. Is that with, what's that company? The girly company that teach self-defense. Is that part of that? Okay, Heather's doing candles, travel. Hello, Angela. Carolyn, one of our subscribers. Hey, girl, how are you? You do childcare. Do you have a center? Are you trying to open a center of childcare? Y'all tell me more. Okay, Miss Marquita says she's all alone. Cool. Now tell me, what could you use a grant for in your business? Now that I know a little bit about y'all's business, candles, childcare, self-defense, travel, What could you use a grant for in that business? Like, just list out something first thing that comes to mind. Let me know. Like, if you were to get a check today, maybe tomorrow, wake up with like a deposit, what would you use that investment on? Angela's opening a private school. Got it. That's your daycare. Nope, that was somebody else with childcare. Carolyn with childcare. Y'all gotta be quick though. Y'all better hurry up and type. It don't take that long to type a sentence to it. What could you use a grant for in your business? I know we on a bit of a delay. I be getting impatient though. Y'all better hurry up. Marketing, inventory, social media ads. Get it? Ads. Okay, ads. Now, do you know how to do ads or do you need to hire somebody to do it? Miss Marquita says more products, rent to have a brick and mortar building, advertising. Okay. Hire somebody. Okay. Social media center. No, social media creator. Okay. Is that like a social media manager? Don't be fancy. Talk to me like I don't know, because I don't know. Is that what we're calling them these days? Social media creators versus social media managers? I don't know. I think I can. No, go on and hire somebody. Don't waste your money, girl. Go hire somebody. Don't waste your time. Okay. How much in grants do you think you need to do all this? To hire somebody, y'all social media creators. Heather trying to do it on her own, and go hire somebody, girl. Rent for brick and mortar, more product, advertising, social media ads, inventory, marketing. How much do you need? Put your dollar amount in the chat real quick. Real quick. Like if I was writing a check and the first person to respond get it. Look like Heather winning this one. 100K. Miss Marquita say 5 to 75. Let me see, Miss Marquita. Let me see, do this add up. So you want a social media creator. They going to charge you that per month, my dear. We need to add some zeros to yours. You need more product. You're going to run out of money. Keep in mind, this ain't your money. This somebody else's money. They got a blank check, literally, and they want to write it to you for your business. You like, oh, just give me a couple dollars. Girl, you better dream big. You thinking small. You better dream big. You ain't gonna be able to pay rent on no commercial property for 5 to 7K, okay? Just letting you know. Just to start now. No, that's still not enough just to start. I want you to dream bigger. Lady Sunrise is a performing artist, cultural keeper. What's a cultural keeper? I don't know what that is. I could use the grant to build branding, production, 50K, got it. Security system, nobody's ever listed a security system. That's smart. 50K, 150K. Think big. Small space. No, still now you got utilities, insurance, workers' compensation, salaries. Don't you start with me. We ain't gonna dream little over here. She said, okay, give me that. There you go. 65K. I can teach you how to get it like I got it. You got to get it how you live. And it starts off with a big dream, honey. Not no 75 now. Come on now. You can get that just from breathing, but we need air. Life supply. We want to keep inhaling, okay? All right. Now, take the amount that you put in the chat and multiply that times 10, and y'all let me know what your new numbers are. Take your 65K, your 150, your 50, your 100K. I'm going to ignore that 5 to 7,500. We got a new number. Multiply that times 10 and put y'all's new numbers in the chat. And let me tell you what that represents if you ain't never done this before. On the for-profit size from your business. Y'all got to be quick, though. Let me see who's going to win. Oh, Marquito's winning this one. 650. Don't that look so pretty? 650,000 looks so much better than 6,500. I promise it do on this end at least. I don't know about you, Marquita, but 500. Okay, half a meal. Look at you. Sweet pea, we putting numbers. I don't want to hear about nothing else. You said you don't know how much. Oh, okay, well, the check can't be blank and it can't be small. So I'm going to need you to dream and just add a couple zeros. It ain't your money. They giving it to you, girl. Heather says a meal. Come on, a meal. Now you can really go hire a social media whoever. So you ain't guessing. Anybody else want to throw their numbers out there real quick? So the first number you put, we call that your grant goal, okay? That's the amount that you keep in mind that you want to win. You can see written on a check, whether it's multiple checks or just one. It don't matter. All of them cash, all of them spend, all money is green. And so when you multiply it times 10, that represents how much in grant applications you need to have out there as a Black woman, for-profit small business owner. So if you need 50K, you need to have 500,000 or half a mil out there in grant applications. How many of y'all have already started applying for grants? Let me know. Because it's easy to just dream, put our numbers out there, and say, I'm waiting on the Lord, and he waiting on you to go put them applications in there. So that's why he sent me to tell you. I'm one of his servants. Anybody been looking for grants? Googling grants for small business, grants for Black women in business, grants. Just give me a grant. Like, you could put all that into Google. Christy says she been looking. Thank you, Heather. I be trying to be saved most of the time. It's hard out here. Christy, when the last time you looked for a grant? Has anyone applied for a grant lately? Even if you didn't get it yet, did you get a rejection letter? Unfortunately, we regret to inform you, or have you heard back? Because if not, we need to follow up with the grant and be like, excuse me. Marquita says, but my present job doing too much. I need to start now. Hey, motivation. Get it how you live. We make design jewelry handcrafted by me, ads, website, inventory, storefront. You are so late answering that question, Wanda. Where you been? We got our numbers in here. What's your number? Did you put your how much you need in here, Wanda? You is behind on the formula. But if you just joined us, I forgive you. Welcome. You apply for the Amber Grant. Yeah, I like them. I really do. I like them because it comes with resources where you can literally follow the winners, see how they're investing their money, and then see the types of businesses that they actually give the grant to. Because I know they charge an application fee, so that's good. That's a great starter grant to apply to. Chrissy says she just applied this morning. Excuse me. So, you on your way to meeting that goal. Angela has $1 million she looking for. Why y'all just not answering these questions? Are we on that much of a delay? Do I talk fast, or is TikTok just slow, or both? I don't know. I've looked, however, don't know if they are legit. Yeah, you got to follow your spirit with that one, because if you go onto Google right now and put in grants for Black women, grants for business, you'll get a few million results, and some of them are scams. I ain't gonna lie to you, make it sound fly to you. Over at blackwomenandgrants.com, I have a mentorship program where we get a 12-month subscription of 3 lists of grants. One is a spreadsheet, one is a database, and one is a list. And they're curated by 3 women that I know because I'm in networks with them. And so we all share a link every month with our crew. Thousands of women get access to these lists of grants, but they've been vetted, and the list has been put together for legit grant opportunities for Black women, for-profit small business owners. So check out the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com. It's only $97 to come join us for a whole year. Regular price is $997. So we give a scholarship to give you that price for the year. So if you want grants to come to you and you're not worried about, trying to go find them yourself, see if they're legit, see if people really win, should I apply? A lot of the grants on our list I can vouch for because I've either won them, applied for them, or know some of the people who write the checks for them. And so I feel safer recommending those that are on our list. And then I'll also tell you which ones may have snuck on the list on accident and look scammy. I ain't got no problem, child. Wanda says also community 40,000. Okay, you've been looking, haven't applied. Why haven't you applied yet, Kristen? At least you looking, though. That's a step forward. Yeah, Marquita, an application fee is fine for the grants that have longevity, like the Amber Grant. Amber Grant been around since the 80s, the 90s, something like that. And so they've been awarding women, and then they send every month, like they just sent it the other day, who won the grant for the month. So they got their names, their pictures, how much they won, clicks to their website. They're telling the story about why they won. And I like them too, because even though you pay like a $10, $19 application fee, it's literally like you can see where your money goes. You see what I'm saying? So if they got 100 people, 1,000 people applying for this grant, you see who won that pool of money. And so it's like you're sowing a seed into someone else's business. And one day, if your application look right, that could be you. getting that $19 application fee times 1,000 people that apply. You see what I'm saying? So I like them. And they share resources for how to improve on your grant process as you're waiting to find out who won for this month. And they award monthly for different categories. Like they really have a fair grant application process, and I like them. So a fee is fine as long as you can see who's getting that fee, not just going into the pockets of the grant people. And so there's one grant, I don't see them as much as I used to. They used to pop up on our list a lot. They charge like a $19 fee, but we weren't seeing no winners. And I literally got on a Zoom call with their check writer, and I'm like, let me tell y'all what's wrong with y'all process. And then the next month, they took note. Literally, this man was writing notes as I shared it, because yeah, it was a lot that they weren't acting right. And so I brought some stuff to the forefront. He took notes, and that next month, a black woman won that grant. So sometimes there be a little, I don't know, they need to be called out, asked a few questions. So you have to follow your heart if you feel like, should I apply? Is this worth it? What if I do win? Because one of my last grants that I won recently, I paid $35 for the application fee, but I won $1,500, and they sent me $12,000 in prizes, from coaching to stuff that I literally use to help y'all today, like a little tablet. So I'm talking to y'all on my phone. I be sharing stuff from the website on the tablet. Plus got my little baby Bapuda, as my niece used to call it, which is my laptop. And so, would that be worth it? If you could win your money back and then some, that's how you have to answer that whole, application fee thing, right? Butter Leo says, is there a certain credit score we need? No, the grants aren't based on your credit, personal or business. It's not a loan. It's not debt. You don't have to pay it back. And so they don't know your credit unless you tell them. But I don't know why you would tell them if they ain't asked. Shoot, don't say nothing. What is the little slogan for the army where you don't ask no questions? Don't ask, don't tell. Same thing. Lady Sunrise says, hello, Alice. Is it a loan? Not a grant. Hello Alice is the database that holds the applications for grants. So they're kind of the brand that grants go to house their applications. I like them because they save your information. So when you apply for multiple grants through their system, a lot of your answers are already pre-populated and you can just go and update it. But Hello Alice does not, to my knowledge, they do not write checks. You ain't never seen nobody win a grant from Hello Alice. Maybe through them. For example, Ashley Rankin, who is on a flight somewhere in the air, but she on here with us right now. She just won $10,000 from L'Oreal, the beauty brand, and their application was housed in Hello Alice. So hopefully that helps clear that up a little bit. They're just a main database that keeps up with funding, and I don't know if the grants pay them to house the applications, but it's a very professional process. So I feel comfortable with applying through Hello Alice and not worrying about, is this a scam, because I really think that they have a vetting process with the people that they partner with. The website is blackwomeningrants.com, Heather, if you're talking about the mentor site. My bad. Glad you talked to them. Me too, girl. It was a little heated, but we got the point across. They start giving excuses and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. Sweet says, what's the name of the site? Oh, both of y'all asking. www.blackwomeningrants.com. That's the site where we have the $97 scholarship. I was on here earlier with you guys, and we had 3 scholarships open. To my knowledge, I think at least 2 are still there the last time I checked, but I've been busy working, so I have not checked the system yet. So if you get in and the button works, congratulations for claiming your $97 to come hang out with us for a year, get mentored, learn about grants, okay? blackwomeningrants.com is the site. Purple says, to get a grant, do you always have to write? No, you don't have to write a business plan. Most grants don't ask for a business plan, because who's going to read all that, child? Business plans be long. I know my first business plan was like 36 pages. Heather, y'all program. That thing was long. I ain't even want to do it or read it. So, no, you don't need a business plan for most grants. I've only seen one grant ask for a business plan. And yeah, they may ask for parts of your plan, like what's your marketing strategy for your business, or they'll say, what's your business, what do they call it? Your business model, meaning how are you making money as a business? They may ask how you're funding your business, like if you don't win this grant, or what were you doing before you applied for this grant, or what will you do afterwards, whether you win or not. So they will want you to pull pieces from the plan, but they don't want all that, child. It's a lot. That plus a grant application, you may never hear back from them. It's like oversharing on the first date. Like, will we get married? I'm just here for the food. Thank you very much. So look at it like that. Hope that helps. So now that we know what you do, you told me a little bit about what you would use your grant for, how much you wanted to win in a grant, which is your grant goal, and you know that you multiply that total times 10, and you put that much in grant applications out there. But that's really only if you know what we call the fund finding formula. And that's what I teach in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com, which is how I've won over $63,000, and how as a collective, we've won over $181,000 in grants and grant funded opportunities. Grant funded opportunities are a lot of fun too, where you have bigger corporations and associations and organizations like banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, JP Morgan. Have y'all heard of these banks? Some of y'all got y'all money in there right now, hoping them Baperdas don't crash with this IT outage today. But they underwrite some of the grant opportunities. And then the corporations like Target, Walmart, AT&T, Verizon, Xfinity, Comcast, Office Depot, Office Max, FedEx, UPS. Have y'all heard of those little corporations, organizations, associations? Their names are behind a lot of the funding that we get in the for-profit private sector. That's where our money resides. So we ain't doing government grants. We don't talk about that here. That's like a cuss word. We ain't doing nonprofit grants because, child, nonprofit grants are something else. We on the for-profit side. And then we're special because the eligibility requirements for most of the grants that we win, you got to be black, you got to be a woman, and you got to be for-profit, based in the United States, over the age of 18, and own at least 51% of the business that you're seeking funding for. That's like the basics. So we in there. Do anyone here meet that? You're black, you're a woman, you're for-profit with a small business, own at least 51%, based in the United States. Put yup or something in the chat if that's you. Now, I know everybody here is not a black woman. I know that. You don't have to announce it. We do not care. You ain't got to say nothing. I'm going to just put that out there. We know men sits on here, but this is for women, swimming. We know white people on here. We love y'all. You ain't got to announce that you on here ear hustling. We know we can't have nothing to ourselves. But all right. This is specifically for black women, for-profit small business owners. I have to acknowledge that, okay? All right. So www.blackwomeningrants.com is how to come hang out with us. I'm putting together an email that's going out in the morning with a very special opportunity for one of y'all. I don't know who's going to come through and act right, but it's here for those of you who have been asking to work with me privately, get some coaching, find out what I taught Ashley. She's now $19,000 richer, but we just focused on the last 10 she won the other day. And then we have Deanna Joy. She's in the program. She won $76,000. She's now a semifinalist in her first $1 million grant. So we some heavy hitters, some ballers up in here. And they're both in the mentorship. I interviewed them both, and their interview is there as swell. So might as well come join us. Thank you, Heather, for hanging out with us. I appreciate you, girl. Good to see you. What questions do y'all have about anything we've talked about so far? I did really not have a topic in mind. I can flip through my notebook and find us like a teachable gem if you guys want me to. But this is open for Q&A if you got them. Purple Wing says, I really need some help. What specific questions can I answer for you about grants, grant funded opportunities, how to find them, how to apply for them, how to stand out on that application, and how to win them. Ask me a Pacific question like the ocean, and I'm happy to help, okay? Grants are available every day, girl. I got a list right now that has over $1.2 million in grants just for this month, honey. So they come out, our list comes out at the top of every month. One of our ladies who put together the list, is three of them that does it, but she'll have her list ready at the end of the month before. So you got to be ready, like your typing fingers ready to click and read what grants are available. Make sure your business is eligible and go out and get that application in as long as the deadline is open. And most grants will have their applications open at least 30 days. And then they'll decide when they close. Like if they close early, they can cut it off early. Or if they want to extend it a few more days, they've been known to do that. Every grant is different. And so your goal and your job is to get that application in there before they cut it off, before the deadline ends. And then give them time to deliberate. When they read your application, compare it to the hundreds of others that have applied. See who stands out, who aligns with what they're looking to fund grants for. And then they announce the winners privately. Like you'll get an email saying, congratulations, don't tell nobody yet. We ain't making this announcement yet. Then they do like their press release, their social media releases, their website releases, and then they make the bigger announcement. So it's a process that can take about 90 days from start to finish. From the time you find out about a grant, read about it, apply, find out you won, get the email, see the announcement, go through all the media stuff, signing your paperwork for taxes and all that, and then getting your check, okay? So, Ashley's there now. She like, what a check at? I know I won, but send my money, please. So, it's a whole process. And the beauty of that is while you're winning or waiting to win or waiting to receive your payment or just waiting, child, you supposed to be out applying for so many other grants. Imagine you get like 3 back to back to back. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. And then them payments start flowing in one after the other because you stayed consistent even as you win. And there's no limit to the amount of grants you can win. There's no limits to the funding amount. There's no cap. The only cap is what you put. So you said 50K, but you could be winning 500K. That's up to you though. How many applications you got out there? Is your application getting better every time you apply? Let me take a minute to welcome Rhonda to the Grant Game. Congratulations, making the journey worldwide. Well, welcome to the Grant Game. Congratulations on claiming your scholarship. We got maybe 1 or 2 more that's open over at blackwomeningrants.com. So don't sleep on this. Y'all be waiting and people over there silently signing up and sliding in your spot, honey. So go on. Rhonda, I just emailed you. Let me know that you got it. And make sure that you click that link that gives you access to the learning portal in the email, and it'll take you right to your welcome packet that'll tell you exactly how to have success in the program. This is part of the mentorship. I'm on here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, hanging out with you, answering your questions about the program, about grants, about a grant that you may be applying for, but you got questions about. Maybe you're stuck on a question. We work through all that with live mentoring right here. I also do things like this, pop-up grants. When I got an extra minute or two, it's usually after I've woken up from a nap. I got a second wind. I don't think I took a nap today. You know how sometimes you go to sleep and don't remember, like, did I just wake up? I'm having one of those days. I don't think I took a nap. I think I've been working and just so engulfed. And then I wanted to take a break and come play with y'all. So I don't think I went to sleep today. But I got energy. So here we are. I'm about to leave, though, in like 30 minutes. So we can hang out for a few more moments. Try and let the sun go down because it be hot, child. So, yeah. Y'all ask me more questions if you got them. And I was doing something else. What was I doing? I forgot. Let me go through the comments. All the above. How to get a grant. How to stand out on that grant. Okay. So I'm here for the Q&A. If you guys have questions, let me know. Angel said I need to know how to grant write and how to win. So we don't write grants. That's for nonprofits, and I know that because I'm in a nonprofit mastermind. Because I am a nerd, honey. So I recently joined a crew of other grant nerds, but they're in the nonprofit space. I'm in the for-profit space, and I like it because everybody's in their own lane. But they've been winning money in the nonprofit space, so might as well learn from them how they've been doing it. And it's usually through storytelling. It's the same tactics, but our spot, while they have to do proposals and hire a team, and girl, it's a lot. I'd be like, ooh, child. All we do is find these opportunities to apply. And most of our work is already cut out for us as Black women, for-profit small business owners. Those are the types of grants that we find and apply for because they're looking for us. So might as well. And then we just fill out an application, which includes like you telling your founder's story, why you started your business, what your business is, who you help, why the grant should care enough to give you a check versus the hundreds of others who are applying, and you get your money and you move on and apply again and win again. So it's pretty simple, straightforward. I have mapped out a step-by-step process called the game plan, which is what you see on your screen. That's one of the curriculum that I use to share in our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. And we talk about the difference between nonprofit, for-profit, and how we got it easy on the for-profit side. Y'all better be so glad that we now have this opportunity. They opened this world up bigger during COVID when Black businesses were struggling. We're one of the, especially Black women entrepreneurs, we're one of the largest groups of entrepreneurs in the world. However, when it comes to making money, a lot of us are behind in what we should be making compared to our counterparts that are non-Black. And so the opportunity for quote unquote COVID relief, when a lot of us had to pivot our business models or shut down the businesses, they said 40% of businesses that closed during COVID will never open again. And so now that we're in this new, whatever this is, we've been in since 2020, there is funding available. These corporations and organizations and associations that still have a philanthropic mission to help the community also is sharing some of that funding for profits. And so our goal is to get it while the well doesn't run it dry. So that's why we're here. So it's a lot easier. Journey says, I have the email, thank you. So Journey, are you Rhonda? And Rhonda, are you Journey? Am I talking to the same person? I got to check because y'all will have one TikTok profile, your government name when you register, your husband name on the credit card, and then show up on a Zoom call with a name I ain't never seen plus your business. I need to know who I'm talking to. Okay, Rhonda's Journey. All right, Journey. Thank you, girl. Welcome to the Great Game. Glad you got your email. Make sure you click on that first link to open the welcome packet and it'll explain everything you need. No stone unturned. But if you have questions, you can always email me or join me live here on what we call GPA, or Grant Prep Academy, right here on TikTok. Any other questions I can answer for you guys? We got like 20 minutes hanging out, talking about grants for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. You are welcome, Journey. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you. Let me see what is some other bases we can cover when it comes to grants. So we've talked about how you can find your own grants and guess which ones are scams. We've talked about how to set your grant goal, because that's the main part. When people say, I want to apply for grants, but I don't know where to start, you always start with your grant goal, meaning how much do you need? That's always question number one. Because a grant, on every application that is a legit grant opportunity, they're going to ask you, what are your plans with the funds? They'll call it the proposed funding. What are your plans? What are you going to do with your money? I was selected out of 500 applications for a $50,000 grant opportunity. And then if you didn't win the 50K, they said, well, do you want us to give you feedback on your application? So I didn't win, quote unquote. I won in a lot of other ways. But I let them give me feedback. That was the part I was most looking forward to. And basically, one of the reasons that I did not get the 50K check is because they were like, well, what are you going to do with the money down to the detail? So they really wanted a full breakdown of how you will spend $50,000 in your business, period. So, do y'all think y'all could tell how you would spend 50K? That's why I say y'all got to dream bigger, because the money's out there. But the vision and what you're going to do with it, you can't just put it in the bank. Because I was like, well, y'all can just let me figure that out. Just send a check. They was like, nope. How you going to spend it? So, you got to have a plan in place. That's step one. How will you spend the funds? So even if you say, okay, I need money for rent for my brick and mortar, how much is rent? Is it for a year? Is it for 3 years? What's that total? Does that include insurance, water, electricity, gas? Does that include, do you have to pay like a parking lot fee, or, who knows what else comes? So you have to have that budget down to a T. So do you guys think that you would know, row by row, line by line, in a budget, how to explain how you would use your grant funds? Because some of y'all said 50K. Some of y'all said 25. Some of y'all said 65. If they said, we need to know every single cent, how it's going to be spent, or spunt, if you ghetto. Do you think you could tell a grant what you would do with your funds? What y'all think? Because I thought I was explaining myself well enough, but they was like, no, we need to know more. So, for example, if I was to host a workshop for y'all live here in Atlanta, they want to know how much the air costs to breathe. Now, they want to know, are you going to be printing out worksheets? If so, how much is that? Color print. How many pens do you need? How much do they cost? Food, snacks, the hotel room that you're renting for the conference, other things that go into that. So what do you guys think? If you were asked for a detailed step-by-step budget of how you would spend the amount you say you want in grants, do you think you would be ready? Question mark. Somebody let me know. Let's see who wins this round answering this question first, because I know we ain't on that much of a delay. I done asked this 3 times. Y'all listening? Hello. Hey, Iris Harris and Sarah Love. Welcome. So y'all talk to me in the chat. Are you prepared? Does anyone know their budget for the grant? Is my connection good? Tell me, can you hear me? Let me turn my phone up. Hold on, maybe it's me. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Queen. She said I have an itemized budget. Okay. So that's the next part of where to start. We're going to add that to our formula. So you told me what you do in business. You told me why you could use a grant or what you would use it on. You told me how much you want to win. Now it's time to break down that budget. Yes, itemized, but it matching the amount you said you want to win in grants. Because there's 2 sides to this. A, you could win a grant that matches that budget to a T, and you know exactly how you're going to spend it, and all is well. B, you could win a grant that doesn't quite match exactly how much you're looking for, so you got to go out and apply for more grants to win. And so the grant is going to want to know, well, this doesn't cover everything in your budget. How are you going to get the rest of the funding? They're going to want to know, yeah, now that you got this, how are you going to cover the rest? And so you have to have a plan in place. And that goes into play with, do you actually need a grant check? Or option C, do you need a grant funded opportunity? Meaning, you may win a certain amount for one grant. You still got a balance left for some of the stuff on your budget, but could you go get a partnership, a sponsorship, join a business training and development program that will teach you how to do certain things that was on your budget list? Or in my case, One of the scholarships that I won for a business program came with a partnership with a university that they were sending out free interns for 3 months. So that takes care of payroll that was a part of that budget sheet. Y'all see how this works? You get unpaid interns. You ain't got to pay nobody for 3 months to come get you started and give you that 90-day runway to help check some stuff off your budget. Do y'all see how this works? So it's not always about receiving a check. Grant funded opportunities are superior in this space. There are companies that have funded programs for business training and development specifically for minority women, meaning us, Black and Latino and Hispanic and all the minorities. And they're waiting to coach you, to mentor you, to train you, to introduce you to new resources and networks that have already been funded. So you may not get a check written in your name or your business name, but here's your opportunity to learn about things like becoming a better leader, hiring a team, writing your standard operating procedures for when you do hire, getting your business plan tighter, making your website better, your branding stronger. We've actually created some partnerships with programs like that I've been through, and that when you join us in the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com, they have scholarships for you to get into these programs as well and come get help that's already been paid for. And so you're not out fighting for grant funding per se, but you are just pulling up a seat to the table that's already been prepared, and you're picking from a buffet of types of coaching and mentoring and advising and guidance that you need in areas like marketing and sales and business planning and small business pitch competitions where you need to design your pitch deck, and other opportunities and resources that your colleagues are going to have access to. Like another group that I got in last year, I think I got either $2,500 scholarship or $1,500, but it was specifically for if you wanted to grow in leadership in your business. They gave us a scholarship to go through a 10-month program, and at the end of the program, one of my colleagues who's doing something for world change, because all of us had to have some type of world change. But anyway, she ended up putting out a grant for $5,000. She wanted us to share with our networks, y'all, and I did. They were paying for you to fly anywhere around the world. They had $5,000 on it. They were covering your conference. They were covering your hotel stay, your ground transportation, your flights. Whatever 5K could cover, they was covering it. So I share that because you wouldn't know that unless you were in that network. You could not pay for that opportunity to find out this opportunity. So it helps as you start applying for more grants because you're introduced to larger networks. And again, it's bigger than just getting a check in your hand immediately, right? Hello, Corinthia. Is this Corinthia Denise Dixie Corinthia or our other Corinthia in the training program? Let me know, girl. I can't see the picture real big. What other questions do you guys have for me? Let me know. You said yes, it's me. That is not clear. This must be Corinthia Denise Dixie Corinthia. Talking about some yes, it's me. I just asked you a whole question. Hey girl, if it's you. Welcome to my other life. Okay, I know which one this is on this side of heaven. I love it. How are you, girl? It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us. TikTok be connecting everybody, child. People who got my numbers in their phones and stuff. People I grew up with. I'm like, Lord, TikTok know all your business. How you know I know Corinthia over here? She on Facebook. We on, Y'all got any other questions before I go? It looks like it's going to rain. I kind of hope it do because it won't be as hot. You still going to sweat, but let me know. Yeah, I see manifestation code. You're going to have to tell me about that, hunty. Love it. Last time we chatted, you had just won your $1 million contract with the school. So we got a lot to catch up on. That was last year? Hey, Hannah. We see you, girl. Welcome. What other questions do you guys have about grants, grant-funded opportunities, finding grants, applying for grants, winning grants, ? And grants-funded opportunities? Any questions about what we've talked about so far, let me know. I'm happy to chat. If you're new here, say hey in the chat so I can say hey back, okay? I'm Dr. AJ Austin, winner of over $63,000 in grants and grant funded opportunities. Y'all can tell which ones are my favorite, right? Some of the grant funded opportunities have grants buried within them. There's one program that gives you a year-long scholarship to go through some of their trainings, and within the trainings are small business pitch competitions to win like $10,000 for your business. We just won Entrepreneur of the Year that came with a 1.2K grand prize, which was a shopping spree at Office Depot, Office Max, online and in store, and some coaching and some promotional features and marketing. I mean, it's just like all of these little hidden gems. We also won a contest, a giveaway from that same program sponsored by Office Depot, Office Max. They sent us $900 worth of office furniture, a desk, a chair, a filing cabinet, journal, pens, post-it notes, markers, highlighters, magnets, you name it, we got it. 2 deliveries from UPS that I had to sign for, and it was all free. And it was buried within a grant funded opportunity, and you would never know until you get in the program. So I'm trying to tell y'all where the money resides. Could y'all use something like that? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. People have been including me in their grant, but that's how you do that, girl. That's how you do that. Get paid. Corinthia Denise Dixie. That's what I'm talking about. Corinthia is one of our Black women Christian coaches that we have trained in my other business. I always talk about my first business where we started winning grants before I created y'all monsters over here. So Corinthia is one of our coaches. And our first coach popped in that did the program with us years ago. We've had several of our coaches find us here on TikTok. We built a whole new community, girl. Tina says, just tuning in. Tina, I thought you'd been here with us for the last, let me see how long I've been here with y'all. 51 minutes. You ain't been here for 51 minutes with us? She said, I'm trying to get some business funding for my new business. What's your new business, girl? Corinthia says, 2 have been funded so far. Congratulations, honey. That is a yep, Coach 123. That is a milestone when you factor into the grants. That is exactly how you do that. I love it. And that's what I started out with initially. I was trying to teach coaches how to go get grants so they can get their certification. But yeah, this works better. You don't have to be a coach. You don't have to be Christian. You just got to be a Black woman seeking grants. And that's who we've been helping for the last year plus over here on the TikToks. You said no. I forgot what I asked you. What other questions do you guys have? Let me know. Any ahas, takeaways? I have about 15 minutes and then I gotta jump off. I think I want to share with y'all. Let me look at my journal because I've been trying to keep up with my notes. Ooh, let's do this real quick. We did this earlier today on our live. Somebody put out a number. Just put a number in the chat between 1 and 54. Somebody put a number. Let's see who could be first and go win this round. Let's see. Uh-oh, I just messed something up. Somebody put a number between 1 and... Okay, thank you, Lord. I'm like, am I slow or is TikTok? Something is a delay. Jesus. Okay, 51. Dang. Okay. 51, if I can read my handwriting, says equipment. So let me tell y'all what I'm doing. I made a list of 54 reasons that grants. Y'all got it? That makes sense if you say it slow. Why grants, okay? These are themes. I told y'all we're in the private sector of winning funding. We're not in government grants. We're not in nonprofit grants. We're in the for-profit space, which is the private sector space. It's funded by organizations, corporations, financial institutions. We already talked about that, right? If you've been here the whole time, it's like Target and Wells Fargo and Bank of America and FedEx and UPS. Okay, big checks, right? And so instead of what I know y'all thinking and probably scared to ask because I be fussing every time somebody asks, People always say, is there a grant for my business? Is there a grant for a real estate business? Is there a grant for notaries? Is there a grant for, instead of saying, is there a grant for, question mark, we flip that question and turn it into a statement. It says, there is a grant for my business, period, because there is. So I told y'all, in the space we're in, we find grant opportunities that are specifically for Black women, for-profit small business owners, which means they're not necessarily looking for your type of business per se. That's not really what's going to qualify you. What qualifies you is who you already are. You're Black, you're a woman, you have a for-profit small business, you're based in the United States, you're over the age of 18, you own at least 51% of your business, and you're seeking grant funding. That's the bare minimum criteria for the grants that we win over at blackwomenandgrants.com in the mentorship. Okay, we got that clear. With that said, our grants are usually centered around themes. For example, the theme of Black women, for-profit, small business owners based in the United States own at least 51% of their business. That's a theme versus real estate agent, truck driver, daycare center. Y'all see how this works? So with that said, number 51 on our list is equipment. So you'll find a grant that may help you with equipment for whatever business that you have. It don't have to be truck drivers equipment, daycare center equipment, notary equipment. It's whatever business you have. If you need a grant for equipment, this is a theme that grants for. Y'all get it? Does that make sense? Let me know. Because it do if you say it real slow. #bars, question mark. Let me know if the math is mathing. Does this make sense to y'all? I'm going to give it a minute. I'm going to breathe and give y'all a minute to say yes or no. Could you repeat the question? Okay. Thank you, Purple Wings and Coco. I appreciate you. Somebody put another number in. Let's keep talking about themes for grants so that I can make sure that before you get off here, you understand how grants work in the private sector, okay? Let me help y'all a little bit more. 25. Thank you, Purple Wings. 25 says natural disaster relief. This is perfect for, I'm here in the city of Atlanta. And within the city of Atlanta, not the little country towns that everybody claims is Atlanta, that's not Atlanta. The city of Atlanta, Georgia, the capital of Georgia, recently had water go out for a few days and businesses were impacted. Now, for the last week or two, local small businesses like mine have been getting emails about, were you impacted by the outage? If so, there's a grant for that. And so that goes into natural disaster relief because for whatever reason, the county, which is considered Fulton County for Atlanta, they work on old pipes that bust. Like even my home, which is newly renovated, it was built in 1925. So I'm living in a 100-year-old house. So well, they had to put in new pipes before I moved in, but we've also had recently, which is, it's really weird how the water system is set up here. So our side of the street in the neighborhood has had to have the water pipes replaced. So we've been through that whole drought thing too, where you have to go to the fire department and get gallons of water so you can flush your toilet. And I was just happy I ain't have perm in my head when the water went off. And I'm like, nah, I know it ain't the bill because I paid that. Because I like to bathe and flush and all that. So our side of the street didn't have water. My neighbors across the street did because they own a whole nother piping system or whatever. So we had to wait until that was replaced. And so that problem, rusted pipes, busted pipes, that moved through the city. And so while it's not technically a natural disaster, it was caused by natural causes, corrosion, etc., wear and tear. And so now the city of Atlanta has a grant that if your business was impacted, which imagine like hair salons and really anywhere where you got to wash your hair, wash your hands, wash your body, spas. There's a spa here in the city that is like 24 hours and that's all they do is run water. I know I took 3 showers when I was there once. So their whole business is surrounded by water, keeping it clean and pools, they got jacuzzis, they got the sauna room. So all this water that they didn't have access to. So now there's a grant on the table for those impacted. So that's number, whatever y'all just called out for. What was that, 25? Let me look at my, yeah, natural disaster relief. So that's a theme for a grant. My first grant in 2020 for my business was for $1,000, and it was considered a COVID relief grant. So anytime you have, in COVID, I guess, kinda is in the gray area of a natural disaster. Because so many businesses were impacted, had to shut down. Yeah, I was there, you know. So under the theme of COVID relief, and I've won 2 COVID relief grants, that was the theme. So just got to share that because that's how that worked. Any ahas, any takeaways, any like, this makes sense? Miss Marquita says, but keep the receipts. What we talking about? Keep the receipts. What you mean, like keep the receipts from you not having water? Let me know. Any questions about that one? Y'all let me know. And then let's do one more and I'll hop off. I got like 10 minutes left where I got to get in my car and get to the other side of the city, speaking of. So, okay, that was earlier. Okay. One more time. Oh, for the money you get. Yeah, it's good to keep receipts. They're not necessarily going to come back and ask for their money back. But if they do what's called what is it called? After funding reporting. If they give you a grant and they come back and say, hey, how did you use the funds? Tell us what you've been up to. You can go by your receipts of what you've done. Like when I did my shopping spree at Office Depot at the top of this year, late last year, I kept receipts. Like a cup I'm drinking out, 2 cups I'm drinking out of right now came out of Office Depot, Office Max, thanks to our grant. So I stay hydrated while I talk to y'all, and a grant paid for it. So yeah, you can keep your receipts of everything that you spend your money on. Some grants will tell you if they need you to do that, like itemized reporting. But for the most part, they just want to hear, did you use the funding for what you said you would use the funding for? You see what I'm saying? So that's the receipt keeping. Receipts could also be like the people that you're serving in your business and how the grants, how you use the grant in your business impacted those people, and they give you a testimonial, either written or on video. That's considered a receipt as well. To be like, oh my gosh, if it wasn't for this business, I wouldn't have been able to this, and this. Thank you for giving her a grant. Give her another grant so she can keep helping her. You see what I'm saying? How that works. One last number. Who wants to put the last number in the chat between 1 and 50, whatever I said that we haven't covered? And I'll give y'all one more example of a theme of why grants, and then we'll wrap up. Over at blackwomeningrants.com is the mentorship for those of you who want more hand-holding, more accountability, more support, more training on the grant world, how it works, and how to qualify, how to find them, how to apply, what to say on the application to stand out to potentially win. You get it over at blackwomeningrants.com. Come join us. There's a scholarship over there. It's only $97 to hang out with us for the whole year versus full price of $9.97. But you can get that scholarship to come join us for only $97. The website is www.blackwomeningrants.com. So, who wants to put the last number that we check on our list before I go? Just put a number in the chat. I'll tell you about that theme for why grants, and then we will go. Thank you, Promise. 7. So 7 is really all-encompassing of what we've been talking about. Finding grants as a Black woman-owned for-profit small business. So 7 just says 51% ownership. That's a theme. Who here owns at least 51% of their business? Meaning either it's just you in the business or you are the majority owner. That's 51%. Not a 50-50 split with a partner. Not you sold most of your shares to investors. but you founded your company and you own at least 51%. You don't have to own 100, but most grants, under the theme of the grant, they require you to own at least 51% so that they know that you're the main decision maker. No checks can be cut without you. No invoices can be paid without your signature. They also don't want no drama when it's time for them to deliver the check to you that you've won from a grant. They only need your signature, not yours and 10 other partners. They want 51% owners to show that you are the boss, you're the decision maker in your business. So if they say, once you win this grant, you have to fly out to where we are, we'll take care of that. To film some commercials showing that you've won, to do some media production, to do some press. They don't want to have to jump through a lot of loopholes. They want the decision maker to say, okay, I'm there. And you don't have to go through nobody else. They ain't waiting on no other decision makers, which holds up their timeline. So that's one of the themes of the grant. They really don't care yet what you do in business. They just like, are you the business? And also with that, you have to be within a few of their favorite titles. For example, if you're 51% owner, you're usually also the founder of the business. They love founders because this is your business. It's not a franchise. It's not an MLM. It's not direct sales and marketing. It's not, again, it's your company. So you don't have to go up the chain of command to get permission to do stuff. Because in the nonprofit world, you can't even apply for a grant without having certain people sign off on it to make sure they agree to the terms of the grant. So for-profits, they don't want to have to deal with that. They're just like, who's the decision maker? Who's the founder? Who's the CEO of the business? Who makes the decisions? And so they want you. So that's another main theme of the grant space. Why grants? Grants. So hopefully something that I've shared with you got your brain going, your wheels spinning. Hopefully you have a takeaway or have had an aha moment. This was just a quick pop-up. I wanted to jump on and join y'all. Now my alarms and alerts are going off in my business. In the background, because I got 4 minutes to get dressed and get out the door to get on another side of Atlanta. So thank y'all for helping me to meet my quota of investing another hour and pouring into your business. Talking about Black women in grants. That's what we do here for all 67,000 of you guys. If you don't follow this page yet, child, click the button. Follow the page. Turn your notifications on so you know when we're live. I'm usually here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hang out with y'all in pop-ups like now as well. I could be back. You don't know. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you're over at blackwomeningrants.com joining us and you need my help getting logged into the portal, if your link doesn't pop up for it to let you into the program portal, just send me an email. Just reply back to the receipt that you'll receive once you register. So again, blackwomeningrants.com, year-long mentorship program in grants. There's a book there that I wrote called Finding Funding that includes all of my grant secrets to how I've won and how you can win too. And then there's templates for how I answer questions and get grant checks written. So if you really want to dive into grants for your business, it's all laid out, including interviews that I've done with some of our grant winners recently, teaching you how they won $10,000, $50,000, $76,000, and we're now at over $181,000 collectively. So if you can see yourself winning grants, come join us. We would be happy to have you. www.blackwomeningrants.com. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'll see y'all very, very soon. Have a phenomenal rest of your day. God bless. Bye, future grant winners.